So this session, we've got some series of speakers. I've got Dr. Gauri Laud coming up, talking to us from the Australian Association of Social Marketing. I've got Professor Russell Bennett, who's going to come up and talk to us from the Centre of Behavioural Economic Society and Technology BEST. There's Amanda Forster from Suncorp, and we have Lucy Marshall from ARIMA. And we look forward to hearing what they have to say. So, having said that, I invite Gauri to come up and present. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. I welcome you all on behalf of the Australian Association of Social Marketing to the first Australian Customer Vulnerability Symposium. I bring best wishes from our dear President, Dr. Cheryl Leo, and the rest of the committee members, and I welcome you all here. The Australian Association of Social Marketing, as many of you may know, is recognized as a forum for social marketing and behavior change information and ideas in Australia and the Greater Pacific region. In line with our values, AASM thinks itself as an enabler of generating customer vulnerability narratives that are progressive and people-centric. We have demonstrated integrity towards developing meaningful knowledge and systems supporting professionals dealing with clients facing vulnerability. We are proud to join hands with our sponsors and co-hosting partner, ARIMA Research, Suncorp Bank, Customer Wellbeing Research Group at RMIT, QUT's BEST Center, and be here to talk about customer vulnerability, an issue, an idea, a reality, and an experience. There's lots to talk about of this specific topic. You all know we live in very, very challenging environments. We have gone, as we go through the day-to-day, there are thousands of people who will be experiencing some form of vulnerability. We all are vulnerable in some form or the other. We have experienced this, we've known this. So we are in this together. Now, this form of vulnerability could be a result of any intended and unintended outcomes and actions of our global challenges. It could be the pandemic, it could be the cost of living crisis, it could be, the wars. Everything has a very high human cost. Clearly, customer vulnerability has different causes, different perspectives, and we all have approached it and dealt with it in different ways. But one thing that we all need to ponder upon, or probably we need to talk about today, is do we need some sort of synergies in how we deal with customer vulnerability? Do we know enough about customer vulnerability? Do we agree on the different approaches we take here? There's lots to know, lots to talk about, and lots to find out today. Now, to provide you with some more context on vulnerability, I put up this slide. And the slide is basically a representation of different expressions to show how customer vulnerability is defined in the literature. Over the course of the day and in the keynotes, the speakers will talk to you about this. But the slide in itself and the variances in how we think about vulnerability, talk about vulnerability, and even consider vulnerability is just an example of why we need to get together here. From AASM perspective, what we hope to do is basically try and see and generate discussions, some challenge assumptions on how to acknowledge and not label vulnerable groups. Acknowledge and recognize that there is diversity in vulnerability and there is never a one approach to anything. We need to see what is strength-based system, or probably how we can create strength-based system. Can we leverage people, expertise, and resources within the system? How can we address, or how do we address, if we can, the contexts and the system itself? And more importantly, how we empower and provide agency and get into co-designing for solutions or approaches with customers facing vulnerability. Can we provide that language and system just within our work? With that thought, I would like to welcome you again and thank you for being here. Your presence is really valuable. I hope you have some great discussions and have a rejuvenating day. Thank you very much. I leave you back with Mike.
Thank you, Gary.